Beneath the veil of familiarity lies a China that defies imagination, a realm where ancient dragons carved valleys with their breath, where mountains float like islands in seas of cloud, and where civilizations older than Rome still whisper their secrets through bamboo forests and sacred caves. For over 5 millennia, this vast empire has harbored wonders that challenge the very boundaries of what we believe possible on Earth. Today, we journey beyond the Great Wall, beyond the Forbidden City, into the hidden heart of a nation where geology becomes art, where history lives and breathes in every stone, and where nature herself seems to have unleashed her wildest fantasies. Welcome to Unseen China, a land where the impossible becomes reality, and where every horizon promises discoveries that will reshape your understanding of our planet. Long before the first emperor unified China, before the first stone was laid for the Great Wall, this land was shaped by forces that ancient peoples could only explain through legend. The Zhangjiajie pillars, those impossible stone towers that seem to defy gravity itself, were born from an ocean floor 380 million years ago, thrust skyward by tectonic forces so violent they created what locals call the realm where heaven touches earth. Ancient Chinese astronomers, studying these formations in 200 BCE, believed they were the petrified remains of celestial dragons who had descended to Earth during the great cosmic battles described in the Shanhai Jing, the classic of mountains and seas. But perhaps no legend captures the mystical nature of China's landscape like the story of the Yellow Emperor's battle against Qiyu at Zhuolu, where according to ancient texts, the very mountains themselves joined the fight. Archaeological evidence discovered in 1987 reveals that the Sangxinghui civilization, contemporaries of ancient Egypt, created bronze artifacts so advanced and alien in design that they suggest contact with unknown cultures, or as some theorists propose, evidence of China's role as humanity's first cradle of impossible innovation. These mysterious people vanished suddenly around 1000 BCE, leaving behind only their incredible artifacts and the haunting question: what did they see in these landscapes that inspired such otherworldly art? The answer may lie in the Sichuan Basin's unique geological properties, where underground rivers and limestone caves create acoustic phenomena that ancient peoples interpreted as the voices of gods and ancestors. Modern seismologists have confirmed that certain formations in this region produce infrasound frequencies that can induce profound spiritual experiences, the same frequencies that Buddhist monks have used for meditation for over 2,000 years. The Honghahani rice terraces of Yunnan province represent one of humanity's most ambitious partnerships with nature, a 1,300-year-old agricultural system that transforms entire mountain ranges into cascading sculptures of water and light. Built by the Hani people using techniques passed down through 65 generations, these terraces demonstrate an understanding of hydrology so sophisticated that modern engineers still struggle to replicate their efficiency. Each terrace is precisely calibrated to capture and channel mountain spring water through a network of bamboo pipes and stone channels that never run dry, even during the harshest droughts. The Hani people believe that their ancestors' spirits inhabit the water itself, guiding it from terrace to terrace in an eternal cycle that sustains both the living and the departed. But perhaps even more remarkable is the Fujian Tulu, massive circular fortresses that house entire communities and represent one of the world's most ingenious architectural solutions to both defense and harmony. Built by the Hakka people between the 12th and 20th centuries, these earthen structures can house up to 800 people in a single building, with walls so thick they can withstand earthquakes, typhoons, and siege warfare. The construction technique involves mixing earth, rice, sand, and water with sugar, egg whites, and bamboo strips to create walls that become stronger over time, a technology so advanced that UNESCO declared it exceptional testament to a cultural tradition. Inside each Tulu, multiple families share common spaces while maintaining private quarters, creating a microcosm of Chinese society where individual identity harmonizes with collective welfare. The architectural philosophy reflects ancient Chinese cosmology, where the circular structure represents heaven, the square inner courtyard represents earth, and the families represent humanity balanced between these cosmic forces. In the remote Gansu province lies a landscape so surreal it appears painted by divine hands, the Zhangye Danxia Geological Park, where mountains display every color imaginable in impossible geological artistry. These rainbow mountains were formed over 24 million years as sandstone and mineral deposits created layered sedimentary rocks that were then tilted and carved by wind and water into fantastic sculptures. Local Tibetan legends describe this area as the place where the goddess Guanyin spilled her celestial palette while painting the sunset, forever staining the earth with heaven's colors. Each mineral deposit creates its own spectacular hue. Iron oxide produces the deep reds, copper creates the greens, sulfur generates the yellows, and manganese forms the mysterious purples that seem to glow at sunset. But China's natural wonders extend far beyond terrestrial landscapes into realms that challenge our understanding of what's possible in underground environments. The Reed Flute Cave in Guilin, known as the Palace of Natural Arts, contains formations so intricate and beautiful that they've inspired Chinese poets for over 1,200 years. Ancient inscriptions found within the cave, dating back to 792 CE, describe it as the place where dragons store their treasures and immortals hold court. Modern scientific analysis reveals that the cave's acoustics create natural music when wind passes through its chambers, the same mysterious melodies that ancient Chinese musicians attempted to replicate in their compositions. The cave's underground river system connects to the Li River above, creating a hydraulic symphony that changes with the seasons and weather patterns, generating different musical compositions throughout the year. Perhaps most mysterious is the stone forest of Yunnan, a labyrinth of limestone pillars so vast and intricate that visitors regularly become lost among its 500 square kilometer maze of natural skyscrapers. Locally, people have navigated this geological puzzle for centuries using traditional songs that encode directional information, an ancient GPS system where melody becomes mapping. As our journey through China's hidden wonders draws to a close, we're left with a profound realization. This ancient land continues to challenge everything we think we know about the limits of natural beauty, human ingenuity, and the possible relationships between civilization and environment. From the impossible stone forests where gravity seems negotiable, to the rainbow mountains where geology becomes art, to the living villages where traditions older than recorded history continue to thrive, China reveals itself as a masterpiece painted across millennia by the collaboration of natural forces and human wisdom. The Hani terraces remind us that agriculture can be sculpture, that survival can be beauty, and that working with nature rather than against it produces results that endure for centuries. The underground rivers singing their eternal songs in Reed Flute Cave whisper that the earth itself is a musical instrument, playing compositions too complex for human ears but perfectly comprehensible to human souls. The minority cultures preserving their ancient ways in remote mountains demonstrate that diversity isn't just beautiful, it's essential for human survival, offering alternative approaches to existence that our modern world desperately needs to understand. But perhaps most importantly, China's hidden wonders remind us that mystery isn't the opposite of knowledge, it's knowledge's most faithful companion. The more we discover about this incredible land, the more questions arise, the more impossible things become possible, and the more we realize that wonder isn't something we outgrow, it's something that helps us grow. For every secret China reveals, 10 more emerge, promising that future generations will continue to find impossibilities made real in this landscape where dragons once walked and legends still breathe. The hidden China we've glimpsed today is just the beginning, an invitation to look beyond the familiar, to question what we think we know about our planet, and to remember that the most profound truths often hide in plain sight, waiting for eyes willing to see wonder in the world. In a world that often feels completely mapped and understood, China's impossible wonders remind us that mystery, beauty, and the miraculous are not relics of the past. They are invitations to a future where human beings can still find reasons to gasp and wonder at the extraordinary planet we call home.